Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome along to Caltex Field in downtown Dubbo, the semi-finals day of the Country Rugby League. A mammoth day of broadcasting. We're on air right away from now, right through till full time around 6 o'clock later tonight. So I hope you can stay with us here on Bar TV Sports in association with the Country Rugby League. Well, I've got the Country Rugby League's John Chock Anderson in the commentary box here this morning with me. Good morning, Chock.
Good morning, and thank you for the seat here. It's fairly balmy here in Dubbo, and so it's hopefully we'll get a big day of rugby league through without any rain.
Mate, you speak about balminess. What are we touching? 5, 6 degrees?
Well, I think where you got me sitting here, it's about 1.
Chock's got one leg out the door and one leg in, mate. Yeah. But you're right on the halfway line, so we're in a prime position for the whole day.
That's right, yep.
Mate, we're really looking forward to it. Talk to me from a Country Rugby League point of view. How's the last few weeks been for you?
Well, it's been pretty ordinary, as you're fully aware, with a death in Gundagai with an under-16 boy and a player from Newcastle who's going to possibly be a quadriplegic. So really, our thoughts are with those people and families, and I must give credit to our staff, both in Sydney and regional, and most of all the clubs and the people who are getting behind these tragedies. So it hasn't been a real good week, but let's look forward to today where we've got I think 8 games. And 8 marathon games, and the girls are all out here now warming up. So hopefully, it's going to be terrific games of football. And looking at that girl, she can play.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in for a massive day of tries here this afternoon. We were out here at training yesterday, and for everybody back in our territory where we come from, Newcastle, our matches between the Newcastle Rebels and Canberra. Canberra, a very new-look side this year. They had a lot of former NRL experience last year, but this year they're youthful, and Coach Simon Wolford said their average age is 19, so they've got a bright future to look forward to.
That's right, and it's good for Country Rugby League and looking for the future where these boys can come up and maybe get an NRL contract out of playing well in some of these games.
Now, you've had a big month. Of course, the City versus Country fixture was of great success this year up in Tamworth.
Yeah, it was great up there. It was a sold-out crowd, a fantastic ground, had a terrific week. Only problem is we had no control over the scoreboard.
Not like here today. How great is our scoreboard here in Dubbo?
Oh, it's fantastic.
You can actually see this one.
We can see this one, yes, we can. And mate, it's a fantastic ground here, especially they put a lot of work into it, and I mean, if it's pouring rain, it's still, everything's go ahead.
Yeah, it's in fantastic nick, and of course a few years ago City versus Country played out of this ground, and of course over the years we've seen NRL fixtures as well. I think we need to bring back a lot more rugby league. Doesn't matter if it's Country Rugby League, NRL, to this part of the world. They just absolutely love their rugby league, and I reckon we're going to get a massive crowd here today.
I think we will. I think, this grandstand, which is a great grandstand, it's a good spectacle here, and I think we're going to get quite a good crowd, and they'll come and go because I think with there's around about, probably close to 12 different teams. So, they come from all over and people come to watch.
And, of course, the games will be live all day on Bar TV. Mate, how important is it for live streaming, showcasing this competition?
Well, it's absolutely fantastic, and we thank you very much for your support of the game in the country areas, and it gives the people the opportunity to watch rugby league at its best, especially in the country.
And thank you, to everybody at the Country Rugby League for taking Bar TV Sports along for the ride. Well, as you can see here, the referees and his touch judges are coming out for our first match here on semi-final day for the Country Rugby League. 9 o'clock kickoff. Greater Northern Tigers will be going up against the Central Coast League Tag side. It's great to have League Tag.
Well, it's been one of the biggest things in rugby league, especially in the country, that's happening. Our numbers have increased, Sponsorship with the girls have increased. These girls are now getting on committees. They're helping in canteens. And I was told yesterday that they will be also some of end up executive of clubs, and it's very hard to get volunteers.
Of course, and of course the bigger picture, I guess, too, is starting here and going through and playing for the Australian Jillaroos. How good are they going at the moment?
Yeah, they've got some opportunities. There's pathways for them.
Well, there's the crowd nicely building here at Dubbo. A lot of the friends and family have come from far wide to take up the trek out here to the west, and they all should be in for a great day. So you can see there it's a little bit chilly, as Chock alluded to. Chock's rugged up like he's off to Mount Kosciuszko. It's about 4 or 5.
It's a little bit different to where I go at Bar Beach, I can tell you. But he's got me sitting right next to a door, and the draft's it's a westerly blowing probably about 20 knots coming straight through me.
Well, they told me you were just getting over the flu, so I thought I'd just put you there to just make sure the flu has left your body.
Mate, I don't get the flu. I swim every day.
Oh, very well.
But I might get it here, I can tell you.
All right, mate. Well, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. We've got 8 hours of broadcasting, so feel free to come back if you want to chill down.
Oh, thank you very much.
Good on you, Chock. Chock Anderson there from the Country Rugby League, spending some of his valuable time with us here on Bar TV Sports. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the crowd. There's the referees, sponsored, of course, by AAMI Insurance. AAMI Insurance, a big part of the Country Rugby League sponsorship program as well, Chock.
Yeah, they've been fantastic to us, and they've been with us quite a number of years. So it's great to have any sponsor on board, but AAMI is one of our best.
And in this day and age, I guess sponsors are very hard to come by, so you've got to put the best available product out on the field for them to sign up, and that's exactly what the Country Rugby League are doing here, and for many more seasons to come, like they've done for many a year before. Okay, well, there's the shot of the Central Coast League tag ladies. They're about to come out onto the field here at Dubbo. A Bronx cheer from the crowd that have come along from the Central Coast out here to the west to support the Central Coast side. Of course, the winners will go through to the grand final next Saturday. Those games will be live and uninterrupted right here on Bar TV Sports. So the venue will be decided at the end of today, where we'll head off for next Saturday.
Yeah, we'll make a decision. We'll just see who wins and make it, so we don't have to travel too far. But we want a real good ground, and so hopefully we'll be, it might be even at Cessnock, or it could be at Wollongong. So anyway,
it'll be somewhere on the east coast.
Well, yeah, somewhere, yeah, somewhere in New South Wales.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll get the map out, Chock. Thank you, mate. We'll let you go as we count down to our first match here this morning, featuring the Greater Northern Tigers taking on the team on the left-hand side of the field in the Central Coast tag. So both of these sides just about to swap ends. The toss has been taken, and we're about to get underway here. You're live and exclusive on Bar TV Sports in 2016. Thanks to AAMI. Our referee is coming live and clear through our special effects mic as well. So we're about to go. First game of the day. It'll be Central Coast to kick off.
Just give us a quick comms, guys, while you're down there.
Referees just testing their communication equipment.
Press your button. Good? Yep.
Telling the touch judges, as you can hear there, to press their button. Everybody's happy.
We're right. Right. Time I run.
So we're about to get underway for our first match. Semi-final day for the Country Rugby League. Coming out of Caltex Park here in Dubbo.
Let's go, girls. Got your own side. Working me hard.
That's Harvey with the ball. Giving it away to Shamidal. That's the 40-metre line they're about to cross.
5 and 3 to me. Here coming 8.
As I mentioned, the winner goes through to next week's grand final.
Hold it here.
Winner bows out of the competition
Go.
and looks forward to going around again in 2017.
5 lost. To me.
That's Barraclough. So they're on the last tackle, so they'll hoik it well and truly down to the 10-metre line. Sensational surface here at Caltex Park. That's Holly Buchanan.
Here, girls. Here, 9. You're
Comes
there.
from the entrance on the Central Coast.
2. Make it here. Let's go.
A lot of these ladies come from Erina, Kincumber,
3.
the best
Make it to me, girls. Let's go.
of league tag in the area on the Central Coast.
That's 5. That's 4.
So first set of 6 here.
Not there, 9.
They're going to kick early.
Outside.
That's sharp. Not a bad kick downfield. Going away to collect it
1.
is Shamidal. So not a bad kick.
2.
First time on the boot of
Good. Marker not there.
Montgomery there was. So they come out to the 20-metre line here on semi-final day, Country Rugby League 2016.
That's 4.
That's Jess Brown.
Here.
Now this is Casson. Casson's gone without it.
0.
And Sharp
0.
is there to pick it up for Central Coast. So are they about to pay the price?
Here, girls. Take it
That's
back.
McMullen.
Work.
Reed looking for support.
2.
That's George.
11.
We're about to hit the third tackle. They got numbers this way. They got to go back and clean it up. That's Martin playing it back to a patch of green grass. That's Montgomery, puts it on the toe. Ball skewing across field. Was that a tiny knock on there by the Tigers? Referee didn't say so. Lucky to get away with it there. I thought for a moment there might have been a knock on, but now they're tagged on the 20-metre line. That's Adams. So they're applying the pressure
3.
early on. Brown back to Casson. They go short.
That's 4.
Finding it hard, aren't they? Struggling to come outside their own 30-metre line here. Now they're about to go through the gap. They're away. That pass looked a bit dubious. Referee said play on. Last tackle now for the Tigers. Back to Harvey. They're going to bang it into touch. They're going to pump it downfield. The ball's going to go close to the in-goal area. Central Coast come away with it through Buchanan. Right on their own in-goal area.
2. To me, Northern.
So if you've got a message for the girls this morning,
Tigers. Yeah, good.
get in contact with us here at Bar TV Sports. Quite easy to do so. Work your thumbs to your iPads or your smartphones and hashtag Bar TV Sports as the tag successfully taken off there.
Forward tag. In touch, forward tag. He'll be in here.
Went into touch before the tag. Fell onto the lush surface here at Caltex Park. Referee not happy. Told to go back and take the tap.
Right, let's go.
He's waiting for a marker to drop in from Central Coast. So the centre 3/4 from Inverell. That's Sarah Bryan. Still going. Tag taken 40 metres away.
Go.
Ingram. Away to Casson. That's Barraclough. Back to Casson.
That's 4. Here we are, girls.
Walsh. To the 40-metre line of the Central Coast and beyond. Down to the 30.
To me.
5 minutes gone. That's the fourth tackle. They got space. They got numbers out here. Adams
Hold here.
on the fourth tackle.
Hold in marker. Hold. Go.
Played it back to Brown. Now to Reach. Casson.
5. Last
Been everywhere for the Tigers.
Well done.
Last tackle now. Look for the kick. Barraclough. She goes high to the air. Ball's dropped there. It's touched by Dodge. She will have to clean it up and kick it dead. So we're going to have a goal line drop out here for the Central Coast. 8 minutes gone on the Central. There's the crowd from the Central Coast looking on.
Off, girls. Gotta stay behind, yeah?
Brought their fans and their supporters along for the bus ride. Great to see. And the crowd building throughout the day. Long day ahead. Stay with us right here
To me, girls,
on the home of the Country Championships for the second time in 2 consecutive years. Bar TV Sports. Reach. Giving away to Casson. She's through. She'll score. Untouched. No, she won't. She's been called back.
Hold it in, girls.
Well, it looked so easy. The whistle filled everybody, including the players. Diebold.
That's 4.
That's 4.
4.
Back to the right-hand side of the field. Back to Brown. Barracloth getting closer with every run. That's Diebold. Last tackle now. Barracloth, she'll kick. They'll chase. They'll clean up. And another goal line dropout. The Central Coast, how much pressure can they diffuse?
Right, stay behind.
They'll need a good line drop out here.
Fine, foot.
Casson just sticks the right boot out and goes down and picks it up. Play on, says our referee.
1.
That's Shamedal.
Girls, make it. Good job.
Now that's Casson. Back to Ingram. Away to Brown.
2. Make it in.
Ingram again. Reach. Casson. She's the traffic coordinator out there, isn't she?
Everyone on side, gonna have a
The
look.
half-back penalty. Not back on their own goal line, the Central Coast. Haven't seen too many penalties in the first 8 minutes.
Right, let's go. Here, girls, on the line.
This would be some sort of league tag record if they can deny the Tigers their first 4 points here. Reach. Now to Brown.
Try line, girls. Gotta make it. Make try line. 6. We're good.
Getting closer. They're about to go over. That is the first try. Well, we just spoke about.
Sorry, guys. Tag first. Tag
No. Wow, this referee's having a great game.
play there.
He's onto it. He's denied them a try for the second time. He's got eyes like a hawk. And there's plenty of hawks out here in Dubbo.
Line here.
Now that's Brown again.
4. You okay?
Casson
That's 4.
calling for it. Won't get it this time. Barracliff loses it.
Got knock on.
Take your hat off, Central Coast. Denied the Tigers
Here, girls.
of 2 tries in the first 10 minutes.
1. To me, girls. Make it.
We're still locked up at 0-all
2.
on the Country Rugby League scoreboard.
Hold. Good.
Great pace, great enthusiasm
To me, make
coming
it.
from
Make
both
it.
sides. Our first match, that's Sian George. She's from the Tigers on the Central Coast. That's Holly Buchanan. She comes from the entrance. This time, though, a penalty goes the other way.
Keep a touch.
So they'll boot this well into touch from their own 40-metre line. This ground
Mate, ball on.
holds
Girls.
around
Do we tap?
16, 17,000.
Thank you.
Lush
1.
hills.
Make it here, girls.
Reminds me of the old Marathon Stadium back up in Newcastle.
2.
Great memories
Good.
going along to the Knights, watching it up on the hill.
3.
The picnic basket back in the day when it only cost you $8 to get into an NRL match. Back to the left-hand side of the field. Here's a gap. Tagged, is she? No, she's not that time. They won't deny her of that one. Third time lucky for the Tigers. And it's 4-0 on the CRL scoreboard, live from Dubbo. This is it on the replay. Just take a look at this. From here, they went to the left. and then just slice their way over. And the kick will come now from AAMI Barraclough from Ashford in the Greater Northern area. So the rules are the same as Tier 1 and Tier 2. 4 points for a try, 2 for a goal. Tigers in the black and gold. Resemblant of the old Balmain Tigers. The kick is waved away under cloudy skies here. We might get a bit of rain throughout the day as well, but that won't affect the playing surface here at Caltex Field. Immaculate condition. There's the crowd loving what they're seeing at the ladies so far here. Look at that. Enjoying their moment from the stand. Captured brilliantly down on the touchline. But multi-angle viewing right throughout the day here on Bar TV Sports. 4 cameras capturing the action, so we won't miss a beat.
To me, girls holding. Good.
Just like the players here. They're trying to tag them. And successfully they were able to. They're trying to approach the halfway line. This is Walsh.
Steve! Make it here, girls. All good.
Good hole running coming from Maddie Adams.
Hold. Go.
Ingram. Away to Casson. That's Shamidal. Did that float forward? Referee said play on. Now he's called it back. Right on the 40-metre line. So a late call. But a call that he got right in the end. So the Central Coast, they haven't had the football much in the last 12 minutes, have they? But they're about to go to the halfway line. Through Cassidy Atkins. She comes down the die bowl. And she's tagged 18 metres out from the Tigers line. Away to McMullen. Straight and hard to the defensive line of the Tigers. Buchanan will play it back. Away to George. Buchanan's got the football. She'll score. Was she tagged first? Yes, she was. Martin. Giving it away to the prop in Sharp. Back to Gibbons. Now to Sharp. Puts it on the boot. And comes away right on their own goal line here. So the Central Coast couldn't find a way through the defensive line from the Tigers here. That's reach.
Well done. That's 4. Hold here.
The Greater Northern Tigers easily encountered for Newcastle in round 1 of this competition. Put the sword through them actually. 50 points to 6. That was in round 1. They haven't played since that day, but looking at this, you wouldn't think so, would you? Here comes a foot race. Support's on the right. She'll draw the fullback. She'll offload and throw it to herself. She tried to capture it in the end as well. Well, they've bombed a certain try there, the Tigers. May not be over yet for them. Casson tagged. 2 metres out from the Central Coast line. 4 points to 0 here on semi-final day. This is Bar TV Sports in association with the Country Rugby League. Back to Baker. Now to Ingram. Goes short. Harvey. Giving it back now to the left-hand side. They'll kick, they'll chase. Will they score? No, they won't. Dived on by the Central Coast. Another goal line dropout. 15 minutes gone. 4-0 in favour of the Tigers here on semi-final day. Just looking around the crowd, how's everyone going? We're out here in our open air box, right amongst the thick of it here on semi-final day. We can hear the crowd. And we're about to watch The Tigers again go on a rampage. That's reach.
Here we are, girls. Good job.
Back to Casson.
Steve. Here we are, girls.
Casson. Captain inspirational.
To me.
Leading them around the park well. You know, we speak about possession in the opposition's half.
5.
Well, the Bar TV predictor says it's 80-20 split at the moment. Back to Casson. Again, kicking. Will they force another goal line dropout? They're about to do just that, I think you'll find.
Tagged in goal.
Tagged in goal, goal line dropout. One-way traffic in our first match
Stay behind you, girls.
on semi-final day. Hashtag Bar TV Sports. We're live on Twitter all day. Let us know what you think.
Make it to me. We're good.
If you're related to the players, send a message and we'll keep the conversation flowing.
Here we are.
You're watching it on the Country Rugby League website, powered, of course, by Bar TV Sports. Are we about to see a try powered by Shamedal?
Make it to me.
Not on that occasion, we won't. Back to now to Brown. Away this time to Alexander.
Hold in here, girls. Got to make it all the way.
Now to Casson. Shamedal.
5. Last one.
I wonder if she's related to Shamedal that plays in the Newcastle Rugby League. Here's the kick downfield. That's the 20-metre line.
Here. It's gone back off blue. It's gone back and then knock on off northern. It's gone back. Yes. And knock on. Play the ball there. Just wait. Here we are. 1. Here we are, girls. Good.
She's through. She's away. That's Buchanan.
2.
The tag drops off.
Marker not there.
Now to Jackson. Overlap out here.
Ball gone. Play on.
It's play on. Atkins
Gone back.
throws it out the back. It's gone backwards. That's the Wyong Roos' Dodes out there. Looking for their first point of the match.
That's 4.
That's 4.
Hold try line.
Are they about to do it? Sponsored by Steggles. Clucking their way to the line. Back away now to Buchanan, kicking for herself. Cleaned up in goal by Diebold. Goal line dropout. I'm proud of their efforts there, the Central Coast.
Stay behind here, girls.
Doing what the Tigers have done to them. Now it's their turn to kick off. And find the line.
Wait, line with a touchy. This line with a touchy. Wait. Yeah, right. Let's go. Play the ball. Yeah, let's go. 1. Make it. You're coming good. 7.
Our referee, Bryce Hotham,
2.
doing a superb job so far. Assisted by his 2 touch judges in Tim Maloney and Talia Gordy.
3. Here we are, girls.
Casson playing it back. Now to Shamedal. Here's space. Alexander. Back to Shamedal on the 4th tackle here.
Holding marker.
21 metres away. Away to Harvey.
5.
Last tackle now. Shamedal again. That's her second touch in this set of 6. Back to Ingram. They're going to boot it downfield. It's come off the thigh of Spencer. She's not tagged yet. She's away, Spencer. To the 30-metre line.
1.
As the crowd
Make the line here,
building
girls.
nicely.
Holding. Good.
Probably in excess of about 500 people at this stage here at Caltex Park in
All the way, girls.
Dubbo. Montgomery's gone without it.
Play on.
So they'll counter-attack here, the Tigers.
0.
That's Baker.
1. Make it to me, girls. Holding mark.
So we've got 5 minutes to go in this first half. Winner goes to the grand final.
Yeah, girls.
25 minutes halves in the tag.
Tag first.
Tag first. She'll go back and play it.
3.
They're 32 metres away.
Ball passing,
Forward
girls.
pass. Shamidal.
Yeah, just there's play the ball there. Just wait for me,
Thought
please.
there that she was off to the try line for the second try for the Tigers.
Ready, let's go.
But called back. So considering how much possession the Tigers have had in the
Make it
first
to me,
half
Tigers.
inside the
Good.
Central Coast end of the field,
2. Got to make it here. Here I go.
Damien Montgomery, the coach of the Central Coast, we're pretty pleased
3.
that they're only down by 4 leading into the break. Raked out. Penalty. A third penalty of the first half here on Bar TV Sports.
Touch there, mate.
So Buchanan here just telling the referee that they're going to shoot for touch.
Yep.
So Bryce Hoffman
Yep.
getting the Tigers back on their own 10-metre line here. So the Central Coast,
10 metres in.
if they can score here, what a first half it has been for them.
All right, let's go.
They've only been down inside the Tigers' territory for 30% of the first half.
1. To me. Good job.
McMullen away to George.
2. Keep coming, 15. Yeah, good.
Getting hit closer with every run, aren't they? Coming out to the edge. Tagged. The entrance is Montgomery. But it was a forward pass in the end.
Fine.
So back it comes to the Tigers.
That's fine. Let's go there. 1.
So 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Good job.
Live and exclusive all day
2.
right here. So don't go anywhere.
Hold. Go.
Pitches powered, of course, by Bar TV Sports. Pumped through the Country Rugby League. Penalty goes to the Central Coast. So the pendulum and the possession pendulum swinging around. So 1 minute left on the clock. There's the girls looking on from the bench.
Just there's fine. I'll swap your places. Just down low with a touchy. It's fine.
Now to Sharp.
1.
Tagged on 1, 20 metres out.
Hold. Go.
Now to Jackson. Sloppy pass out the back. That's Eriners McMullen.
Make line.
That's the entrances Montgomery. Goes herself. Back to Sharp. Numbers out here.
Play on.
It's a matter of putting it through the back line. That's Jesse Martin from Marimba.
Holding. Good.
Back to Buchanan. What a try. They're over.
Ready, mate.
Leading into the break. 4-all with a kick from 5 to the left of the post to take them to the front at half-time. Well, it's quite remarkable. We just spoke about the pendulum. They've only been down inside the Tigers' territory for about 5 times, if that, in the first half. And now they lead. Well, it's 4-all with a kick that comes as we look at this on the replay.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Take a look at this. Lovely hole running, great offloading, and Terrigal's Lisa Spencer
Thank you very much.
gets us locked up at 4-all.
Try there to the Central Coast, ball by number 3, Lisa Spencer, now makes the score 4-all.
Well, the coach of the Central Coast, Damien Montgomery, he's got his side primed for a talk at half-time. They'll go into the second half, primed and prepped. That's half-time here. Half-time at Dubbo in our first match Central Coast, 6 points to 4. Winner goes to the grand final. So halftime here. Send us your texts via Bar TV Sports, and we'll read them out in the second half. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. 25 down, 25 to go. It's 6-4 in favour of the Central Coast.
Fletcher's still coming. Yes, mate. 360, yeah, as long as there's not point at the tag, so they try and do a 360 like the ones I've called, but they try and do a 360. But if they're pulling the tag and they make them do a 360, yeah.
What's the go with like
Shorts,
shorts? There's a couple of times where,
Yeah.
like I nearly lost my shorts and
Yeah.
nothing was
If,
pulled
or
up.
if you got a hand on the tag and the tag doesn't break, that's what I've deemed, mate. I'll keep an eye on it for you. But yes, mate. On the marker. Yeah, just take, as long as you're taking that step back and getting that close to that, yeah, he's alright. You alright, girls? You alright? Stay on side here, girls. Time around.
Well, we're back for the second half here. Chalk's back in the box from the Country Rugby League.
It's a bit cold out there, Pete.
Mate, what are we talking now, Chalk? About 7?
I think -1.
Stay behind.
It's worse.
Yes.
Oh, no. Mate, we've seen the first half of the ladies' tag. I've enjoyed what I've seen. What about yourself?
Oh, mate, the skills are unbelievable.
girls,
Some of
mate,
these
get
girls,
hold,
pace,
go.
they've got everything.
And the Central Coast have done exceptionally well to be
Here
up
we
by
are.
2.
Good.
They were under all sorts of pressure in the first half, but they came good towards the back end. And they're up by 6 points to 4 on the Country Rugby League scoreboard. So Diebold's got to go back to her own 10-metre line and beyond. She's got to bend down and pick the football up before she's been collected there by Buchanan. Of course, Buchanan is from the entrance Tigers. So a wealth of experience on display here this morning. This is our first match. Don't go anywhere. Our next clash comes the way at 10 o'clock.
Girls, work hard. Good job.
We've got the East Coast Dolphins taking on the Greater Southern Stars. That's our next clash.
Hold here.
Then we go into Tier 2 between the Greater Northern Tigers and the Greater Southern Stars. Then at 12:45, Riverina will be going aground. Canberra, Newcastle, the Tier 1 at 2:30. And then Illawarra take on the Central Coast at 4:15 this afternoon. Of course, all winners go through to the grand final, which will be announced later today. The venue
That's fine, that's
for next Saturday's live stream. You'll be able to catch it right here on Bar TV Sports, thanks to the CRL.
Here we are, girls. Hold. Go.
Doesn't matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to log on and watch
Here.
grand final day. That's Casson. Casson, of course, comes from Scone. A way to reach.
Three.
Tried to reach out there, didn't she,
She
Chock?
did one more pass and I think they were home. If they keep going that way, I think they went the other way.
Casson, she's been everywhere for the Tigers. She wants a try. She deserves a try, but she's been denied a try.
She's been denied all right. If they throw it to the right, they'll score.
Even money if they go right, but they've
Wrong
gone
one.
left. Barclough.
Oh, good.
Shamedal.
No try.
5, last one.
She was tagged. No
Tag.
try.
Hold. Good.
The last tackle, look for the kick. Barraclough. She says, let's go wide. The ball may be favourable for the Tigers. Can be favourable.
No, got caught.
Oh, she's been
Run
caught.
out- Running the room in last tackle.
Wait for me, yeah?
So what else is happening in at central, quarters, headquarters, mate? What's happening? Yeah, I understand you're moving into Moore Park.
Yeah, going from Moore Park to
Homebush.
Homebush. Yeah.
Yeah. closer to Merriweather Baths.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Bar Beach. Come on, not Merriweather Baths, Bar Beach.
Yeah.
I've got to get it right. Proud Novocastrian.
Here, come on, girls.
John
Well,
Chock Anderson,
very
that's
good.
for sure. When did you come out? Yesterday, mate?
Yeah, we came out
That's
yesterday morning. We
four.
had to come and
Hold out.
do some work here and little kick through here, the fullback. Oh, very good skills there.
Yeah,
She's pretty quick, this girl, too.
Is she what? Look at her go across field.
1. Here, 11.
So as far as country rugby league goes, Chock, how's it looking out here in Dubbo?
Oh, you know, well,
Happy with that?
she's through one pass. Yeah, good.
Call back.
No call back, forward pass.
Inverell's Sarah Byrne there, just told to come back.
Yeah, no, going very well, mate. You know, there's a struggle around a lot of the country areas, you know, work and things like that. And people are moving out, young kids and that. But we're going pretty well. And it'll show, you know, the quality of football is still there. We're going to struggle after next year. Next year will be our last. Will be the last country and city game. So we'll put on the big one.
In 10, in 10.
Go out on a bang.
Go out and bang. What about
Firecrackers and everything?
What about
let's
what
go.
about the cricket ground?
Why not?
Go back to the cricket ground where it all first began with the old jumpers, the whole lot. I don't think they'll score here.
Here's a chance.
Oh, run in the room.
Didn't make it. Still instruction.
Mate, everybody has their opinions, you know. 2 and 4 against City versus Country. It's the end of an era. It's a sad one, but let's make a good year 2017 and go out, as you say, on a bang.
Yeah, hopefully we will. And it's got to be difficult over the last few years where players have been dropping out and clubs have been using it as a rest period. But
10 metres in.
hopefully next year we will
10 metres in.
go back to the
Right, whenever
like the
you're ready,
first
let's go.
game when it was really country and city and tough.
1.
Mate, who, you know, for a lot of people outside the area of Australia, who had the final say? Did it come from the top?
Hold in.
Who
no, they come
cancelled
from
everything?
the broadcasters.
It came from the
Yeah.
broadcasters?
Well, there's no weekend next week.
Yeah.
Next year, there's no, or the year after, I'm sorry.
Hold it,
There's no
girls,
really
good.
weekend. They haven't allocated the weekend for representative football because oh, there's a bad. Yeah.
So we're talking Channel 9 and Fox Sports?
Oh, yeah, I think that's them. And what will happen is that I'm pretty sure the Origin will play over a weekend, and that will take up that spare weekend. And there'll be no representative games like, I think what they call it, the Anzac Test
Here, girls.
and the other
It wasn't your fault.
other representative games. So, look, we probably have to move with the times, and we'll have to come up with something else.
Hold.
And
Yeah, good, mate.
see, after next week, unfortunately, we can't at this time
Here's the line.
put a ladies representative tour. But our Bulls, which is Tier 2, they're going to Perth. They're going with their 18s to Perth,
That's
and
4.
the
Holding
16s
out.
and the country first are going to Samoa to play before.
Not
I think
touch.
it's Samoa and
5.
Fiji in the Test match. So
Make it to me.
Yeah.
we'd have took the 18s there too, but with the high school certificate and everything like that at that time of the year, which is in October, and we just thought, no, we won't do it that way. We'll send them away early
There's fine. 10
to
metres
Perth.
in.
So they're going to play before, I think,
That's fine.
in our real game,
Yeah, wait for
Manly
me,
and the
Right, let's
Warriors.
go.
It'll be a great thrill to play, you know, over in Apia, I think that game is,
Yep.
celebrating 30 years.
You're not there.
So it's going to be a big night
No one near square.
in Apia come October. I think it's the first week of October.
Yeah, it's. I think we leave on the
Play the
Saturday before the Sydney Grand Final. We play 2 games.
Yeah.
Take the 2 guys.
They're trying to get telecast rights for that as well. So stay tuned to Bar TV Sports.
Stay tuned to Bar TV, yes, and Peter's doing a great job here under difficulty. And
How big is this box, Chock?
what?
Do you remember going to Campbelltown Sports Ground years ago, and there was a bloke from Newcastle called Gary Harley,
Yes.
the voice of Newcastle Rugby League,
Yes.
I think he'd be having troubles getting into this box if we were at Campbelltown. There's not much space, is there?
Not much space, but good.
But it's a great vantage point.
The vantage point is fantastic.
Superb ground.
Well, they're going for a penalty goal, then they're going to go for a kick. So
surprise tactic?
Well, not really, because they had one in the first half, and the coach yelled out to have a kick a goal, and they took a tap instead. So she kicks all right, this girl. No, she missed it, but she struck it all right. But yeah.
Sorry, mate. Out to the 20.
Well, they probably want to even the score up, so they must think it's going to be very close at the end. But all credit goes to the Central Coast side, because they've only been playing down there for, I think, for the last year or 2 years, so they're going very well.
Drop out, same as forward. Stay behind, girls. Stay behind.
John Chock Anderson from the Country Rugby League in the commentary box for the second half here. Our first match of the morning. That's Sophie Casson. She comes from Scone, from the Scone Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, Sophie, I think, has got the Player of the Year up there for the women's tag for about the last 2 or 3 years.
Great names have come out of Scone over the years. Darren Albert, the Newcastle Knights flyer, many more. Great breeding ground for rugby league players.
Bert Lowry.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
That's Walsh.
I think if they can throw it out to the right hand again, I think there's going the wrong way.
Throwing it around the back. A little bit of hot potato, as you'd expect here. Close match.
Yeah, picked up by Central Coast. They probably have to spread it and have to get up the other end.
2. Here. 2.
So the Country Rugby League Championships, they become even more important going forward for the CRL. You know, we've got a great base to build, you know, a bigger brand out of this then.
That's right. Like the brand's there, and that's what we'll be doing out at Homebush. We move out there, we'll be moving with New South Wales Rugby League, so it'll be like a big rugby league house.
He's good.
Well, good kick here.
As long as it's got a good bistro, everyone be happy. Everyone loves a bistro.
Oh, knock on.
There's a knock on.
Here's the opportunity for Central Coast here.
So leading by 2 points inside the last 14 minutes of this match.
Let's go Northern, make it.
A grand final berth awaits
2.
the Central Coast.
Here's the line.
They're after it. 14 minutes away.
It's 3.
That's McMullen. You can hear the referee coming through in the background here on Bar TV Sports. A waiter sharp. That's Tagged, was she?
No, I don't think so. Try, I think.
Great try if it's going to be awarded. It is.
Try.
How good was that from the Central Coast? It was building, and the Tigers just couldn't keep them out.
How important is this kick and goal?
Let's have a look on the replay of the try. Had a lot of work to do. Had to get down low and duck and weave her way towards the line. Brilliant.
Try.
Absolutely brilliant.
All right, now go back.
League tag at its best in Dubbo.
That was a good call, Pete. Oh, that was a good call. We're in the bunker here.
We are, the CRL bunker. How good is it, Chock?
Yeah, dead set try.
So here's the kick. Chock just spoke about an important kick, and that's exactly the mission.
It's important, but it's about 1 metre in from touch. We're right behind it.
Mate, you've got one leg out the door. How's the breeze?
Still. A bit short. It's still at 6 points in the game. So I think North.
What we will do is just check if it is locked up at, throughout the day. Do we go to gold? We will go to Golden Point. There you go.
And that's and that is a sight to be seen, because I was at Group 21 Grand Final about 2 years ago, and they went for 27 minutes trying to kick a field goal.
Oh, I know. We called that game 127 minutes up at...
no, this was
that another one?
No, this is the women.
Oh, the women.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So we could be here all day,
We could be.
which will be great. Looking forward to that.
We are here all day.
We are here all day.
Play on.
But the crowd, they're with us here all day as well. And everybody at home coming along for the ride as well.
You're good, mate.
We appreciate your support. We're getting a few texts through this morning already, Chock, from viewers over in New Zealand taking the coverage.
Oh, that's great.
And also over in the United Kingdom in the early hours. So we appreciate everybody clicking on and watching the Country Rugby League semi-final day here in Dubbo with Peter Jolly and Chock Anderson from the Country Rugby League.
Two. Go both ways. That was a running style. It's two.
For the Tigers here, it's all in front of them.
It's three.
They need a try,
Get.
and they need one quickly. They need to reply.
Here it is.
That's Baker!
That's four. Make here. Good.
Shamedal,
5. Last one. Make one.
last tackle now.
Go.
Look for the
It'll be a
crossfield
cross
kick. There it goes.
Oh.
Looking there for Walsh. Walsh couldn't come down with it for the Tigers.
Knock on.
Knocked on, though, by the Central Coast.
One pass out wide, next score a try.
On the 10. Metres out, sorry. 10 metres out.
So they're under the pump here, the Coast. The Tigers clawing their way back into the contest here in Dubbo. Great ball. It's in the touch.
I think it's knocked down.
You got a touch? No touch, righto. It's all right. We'll play the ball here. Here we are. Here we go.
No, it wasn't knocked
Touchy.
down.
Let's go. Walk away.
No, the touch judge says it wasn't touched. Of course, that's Talia Gordy out here on the western touch line, assisted by Tim Maloney, who's on the eastern touch line here.
Play on.
Oh, knock on again. Didn't go, it didn't find touch, and knock on. So it gives the Tigers an opportunity if they throw the ball wide.
Let's go.
So Shamedal
One. Tag was first. Wash made 3. Let's go.
playing it back to Ingram. Away again to the second Shamedal, who's out on the park, which is Rachel. She comes from Oxley. Diebold, a former teammate at Oxley over the years with Shamedal.
Yeah, the mother and daughter playing out there.
4. Hold
Fantastic.
Good.
So we're creating records here in semi-final day. Are we about to create tries for Tiffany Walsh?
Yes, sir. Yes, try. Right under the uprights. So it should level the scores with this conversion with 9 minutes to go.
I'll get your cup of tea out, get your biscuits out, Chock. We're in for an absolute ripper of the last few minutes on semi-final day.
Be on the ball here, guys.
There's the Tigers in goal, regrouping. As we go to the replay shortly. But 8 minutes to go, Central Coast look a little bit shell-shocked in goal.
Yeah, they do, but the Tigers have looked possibly the better side. However, not on the scoreboard. So this should level it up, this kick right in front, because she does strike the ball very well.
Doesn't come much easier on semi-final day than this equation. Plays for Ashford. Barraclough.
Yep.
Boots it home. Here's the replay. Talk us through this, Chock.
Goes out to, yes, nice pass. Oh, yes, no, try. Yeah, try. It takes a lot of skill if you start watching these girls, you know, with the tags and taking the tags off. And it'd probably be a very hard game to referee, too.
You need to be quick and young and youthful, I think.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh,
Run.
a great exhibition of ladies tag here on Country Rugby League semi-final day. And we've got another hour coming up after this clash when the Dolphins take on the Central Stars.
2.
before we head into Tier 1 and then Tier 2 later today at 4:15 when Illawarra take on the Central Coast.
Straight through.
Coming down to Buchanan.
Steve! Make it to me, Blue!
Take good pace, that girl.
Good. Mark, you're never there.
Put her in the golden
throw
slipper. Shamidal,
That's 4.
42 metres out.
We're good, yeah.
That's Quiche. That's Baker in 18. Look at her go. Somebody needs to tag her.
Last one.
No, they did.
Make try. Got to make it, Blue.
Last tackle.
Never there.
10
Oh,
all.
went to blind. That was out.
They're going to go for a field goal, Chock.
And he's kicked it.
She has kicked it. They've broken the deadlock. 11-10. With 6 minutes to go on the Country Rugby League scoreboard.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think, what's his name, the halfback from the Broncos, he would like that kick last night.
Wouldn't he what?
Went straight between.
Pinpoint accuracy.
Stay behind you, girls.
She's been playing a fair while at AAMI
Stay
too. I
behind.
think we've seen her up there quite a few years ago, up at round Urallaway. There she just took that ball up.
1. Make it to me. Good. They're all
So
good.
inside the last 5 minutes here,
2. Nothing silly.
who's going to go through to the grand final? Will 1 point be enough in 5 minutes' time? Central Coast
Good job.
needing quickly to get the ball back. Are the Tigers allowing them that opportunity? So far, they're not.
Good.
35 metres out from their own line. Back there now to Brown. Last tackle now. They'll need a good kick here.
They've got 2 players back, so
Inside.
Inside the 40. And it will go into touch. 32 metres out
Thank you, mate.
from the coastline.
Yeah. It's there.
So this is their chance now, Chock.
gives them their opportunity now. This is probably a few
Roll ball there. It's fine. Yeah,
sets
no,
of
get
6,
Mark if you
to
want.
probably about 2 or 3 and, to
yeah,
leave it
yeah,
left,
Mark,
to
sorry,
get
mate.
in on top here.
1. Granted.
That's King Cumbers. Rennie Jackson. They're about to cross the halfway line.
Don't forget down the other end. They're playing on the wrong side of the field.
So Buchanan going across the back line here. The 11 is with it, and that's Claire Reid. She comes from the Panthers on the Central Coast. Now this is King Cumbers Jackson on the 4th tackle here.
Oh, she's kicked.
They want to pump it
Oh.
downfield.
Tackle 1.
Had one more tackle to go, and it was a pretty ordinary kick.
2. Here. 2.
So Inverell's Sarah Byrne.
3.
Tagged on the 40, the Tigers. 3 minutes to go. Here in the semi-final.
And they've just took AAMI off.
That's 4. Make
She's
it.
one of the best players for the Tigers. She's a good kicker of the ball, and I think she's just got a bit of a leg injury, so she's been treated on the sideline down there. I'll miss her, especially with this kick.
What a game Sophie Casson is having. The big prop pumps it downfield from North Tamworth in Jess Brown. She says, go and get that. And Lisa Spencer retaliates,
Away with the ball.
pushing away with the ball here.
I'll go
Penalty to the Tigers.
Pushing, so they'll go for goal
Take
here.
2.
And they're going to go
Yes.
for 2.
Take on 2, guys.
About 25 metres out right in front. But the goal kicker's off, so
Did they know the goal kicker was off?
someone will have to
They'll
step
know now.
I think they're looking for a kicker here. Someone will have to step up.
Well, they're just looking around to say who can thump this over.
Hold on, here comes the trainer. No, she can't kick. She's not allowed to.
There she is on screen now. Got a rose in the back of her head. Can't miss the sports trainer out there for the Tigers.
2.5 minutes to go, so it's,
Yeah, right. Cool.
yeah, I still think
Making sure.
Central Coast still have to score a try, so I don't think this kick really means much.
Well, they need to kick it dead.
I walk forward, girls.
You've been at the wrong end of the field. And they're struggling to get out of their own half the last couple of sets.
So Baker right in front.
Oh, the ordinary kick.
Doesn't go dead. So this Coast,
Yeah, they're on the wrong end of the green there.
90 metres away. Are they about to pull off? One might suggest a miracle coming out of their own end. They've got the talent to run it, and this will help them. They've got a penalty.
Yeah, have put it out. The last kick they had on the sideline, they didn't put the ball out, so that's important with 1.5 minutes to go. Yeah, good kick.
Is it going to find touch?
Yeah.
Right on the 40. So this is their time. Everybody back watching this telecast on the Central Coast, getting behind their relatives and friends right here. Sharp. 42 metres out.
Oh, she's kicked it. She should never have kicked it.
If they get it back.
Touch kicked, 0.
0 tackles, so
Kicked, 0.
they have to get up there. Get right up near the post and then put a kick through.
2.
1 minute exactly to go. Winner to the grand final.
And 4 tackles.
3.
It's the Panthers' Reed.
Keep coming.
Sharp. Buchanan.
That's 4.
4 tackles.
4.
40 seconds to go.
McMullen. Sharp is with it again in 8.
They might go for a field goal. Or a try. This is over.
There you go.
There's the game.
Central Coast.
Over. That's the game.
Rejoice. The Northern Tigers crumble right on the hooter. What a try to put you through to a grand final, Chock.
Oh, a nice dummy and straight over she went. Kick to come. They won't even get this kick in. They won't have to take it.
This is it on the replay. This is the try that's put them through to next Saturday's grand final.
Yeah, beautiful try.
Erin is Stacey Markham.
Stacey dummied and went straight through between 2 players. Oh, the old-fashioned kicky this time.
This is turning back the clock.
Put the old heel into the ground and puts the ball down and stands it straight up. The only thing she did, she moved sideways.
If she gets this, we can then get rid of tees.
Missed the kick.
She's missed the kick.
Yeah.
But what a way to end the fantastic first match here on semi-final day. The Central Coast have been able to come back and score in the last 20 seconds of the match to book a spot in the grand final. They'll now take on the winner of our next match between the East Coast Dolphins and the Greater Southern Stars.
Yes, if it's as good a game as that,
Thank you, girls.
we're in for a good day of football.
Okay, so what we'll do, we'll take a break. We'll come back for our second match here on semi-final day between the Dolphins and the Stars. Back after the break to Caltex Park in Dubbo.
I just pointed the wrong way, so it can't get any worse.
So the Dolphins running left to right.
Otherwise, girls, stay on side.
The winner goes to the grand final to take on the Central Coast.
One there! Here we are, Dolphins, hold it, don't go early. Good girls. Two there! All the way, Dolphins, all the way, good. Good 10.
The referee for this one is Sean Byatt. Touch judges are Tim Maloney.
Three there, 1 metre forward.
So Tim was officiating on the touchline for our first match.
Four!
Which will Central Coast overpower the Tigers in the last 20-30 seconds of the match. And Talia Gordy also out of here on the
1 metre forward, keep going.
Western touchline. So the ladies' league tag.
Two there!
Fans loving what they're seeing
Good.
here on semi-final day.
Three there, line! Good girls.
How's this one going to shape up?
Four! Here we are!
24 minutes left in the first half. In the first opening minutes,
Knock on, girls. Back here,
Bar TV's coverage.
play the ball. Bring it across 5. Wait for my call.
Second year partnership with the Country Rugby League.
One there! All the way, Dolphins, hold!
And Chock Anderson just mentioned
Two
the
there!
league tag
Get to the
will be
line!
featuring in that massive match coming up later in the year in October
Yeah!
in
Seven,
Apia.
seven, good! No. 4! Line! Halfway! Hold, good.
Was talking to one of the directors up in Samoa throughout the week, and
Inside!
that stadium
On.
holds about 25,000 people. And he said that they're after telecasting rights.
One there!
So stay tuned to this spot. Apia,
2! 1 metre here, good.
the
Hold.
big rugby league clash. First time in Apia as well, celebrating 30 years
3 there!
on home soil back there for the first ever
Hold.
sanctioned test match. He was telling me later in the year,
Wait for my call, wait for my call! Wait for my call, okay?
Fiji and Samoa. What a match. Only a few weeks ago at Parramatta Stadium, they got over 20,000 people there for the
One there!
Pacific Test.
2, both moving!
And when both of these sides go back to their Pacific nations,
7. Yeah, good now.
their fans just turn out
3 there!
and support them like you've never seen anything in it. Had the chance to call a few Papua New Guinea games in,
Hold!
funnily enough, Papua New Guinea over the last few years, and you've never seen anything like it. The crowd really get behind them.
Both moving, can't.
So the undercard will be massive on that day. That's Atfield, kicking in towards the in-goal area. Fuller.
Outside.
She's back into the field of play.
Good. 2.
That's Roods.
Here we are, hold!
Giving it away now to Ward. So they're hugging that
Here we are!
eastern touchline area before they come back into the middle of the field. That's their fullback from Taree and Fuller.
Here we are, good. Inside!
Well inside the 40. What a kick downfield. That's Kiama's Tyler Finn. Speed to burn at the back.
We are Dolphins
Crafty and electrifying
all the way.
fullback.
Good girls.
Watch out for her when she gets going. That's Camden's Casey Ledbrook.
Good. Sorry.
Giving it away to Milton's
3 there, 1 metre!
Hatch, who's the captain.
Coming 8. 1 metre behind right.
Of course,
Don't give
Kezzy
up.
Apps is going around in this match as well. A lot of these ladies
Here we are!
play a lot of representative tag. And no doubt ambitions to go forward to play at representative level even more. Opportunities, if they stick with rugby league, to now play for the Australian Jillaroos. And the pathways that come with that, certainly outstanding. When you've got the World Cup for the women, you've got the representative Trans-Tasman clashes. It's just endless that ladies in our great game of rugby league have in this day and age to make a name for themselves and to be televised. You know, we've only got to go back 2-3 years ago, and women's sport never had the attention of what it has in 2016. And speaking to a lot of the Jillaroos earlier this year, they're still getting over the fact that they were the undercard to the Australian Test match up at Suncorp Stadium a few weeks ago. Memories that will stay with the ladies forever. It's what dreams are made of. That's Glasson from Kiama. So a lot of the greater Southern Stars ladies going around today come from towns such as Kiama, Camden, Bega, even Campbelltown. Have representatives for the Stars here this afternoon. Look out for Campbelltown's Melissa Ireland and Caitlin Partridge. When they come off the interchange bench, because they're coached by Tim Del Gazzo. The Dolphins are coached by Tyrese Scott Jacklin. Mallon. Tag just short of the halfway line here. Back to Ryan. She's from Jamboree. Only one in the squad coming from Jamboree. This is Glasson. She'll kick. She'll chase. Can she get it back? Yes, no. So close, but I think the ball's in the touch. We'll have a replay of that if we can. The ball was her worst friend. The ball went 5 centimetres to the right-hand side. It would have been a fantastic individual try. But unfortunately, it went touching goal before she could put a little pinky to it. Have a look at this. We'll slow it down, frame by frame. That's how close it was.
Zero tag when you're ready. Zero. Zero there. We are Stars all the way. 10.
Great camera work. From the Bar TV Sports team right there.
11 out.
On semi-final day. A mammoth production coming out of Dubbo. Led, of course, by our senior producer, Bo. Cameras scattered all around the ground. The only place I don't think we've got a camera is in the dressing shed.
Here we are, Stars, hold.
And you can understand that by watching the pictures. We better not go that far. Here's the kick downfield. That's Finn. 15 metres out from their own line. There's the tag, back on the 20.
Here we are, hold here.
Kiama's Finn. Beautiful part of the world on the south coast. The Kiama markets.
11. Keep going. 3 there, one step. Good.
Put that on your bucket list, the markets in Kiama.
Keep going left side.
Just like these ladies have been putting tag on their bucket list. And they're putting on a phenomenal display as they approach the halfway line. This is at field from Nowra.
All on.
Away to Tari's Rhiannon Fuller.
One there, one step before the line. Keep going, 19.
The fullback.
10. Keep going. Now you're on.
So the Great Southern Stars.
All the way. Hold. Good.
Last one around last week, they defeated the Western Rams by a foreseeable margin, 30 points to 6. Here they go. They're down to the 20-metre line. 5 metres out from the line. First points here on offer.
19 to get to one.
Numbers to the left. Just a matter of putting it through the back line. There's the gap. There's the try. Gone in untouched. 4-0 to the Dolphins here on semi-final day.
Where is it?
After 10 minutes of the first half.
Can you grab it? Yeah, sorry.
Well, I've been calling rugby league for probably 15 years now, and I've never had little munchkins come into the commentary box who knocked off my burger rings. Here's the kick now. They're a hungry lot here in Dubbo, but luckily we got 10 packets, Bo. Bo's the producer. Bo's absolutely filthy. No, you're helping support the local growth, the local food industry, Bo. Don't be so angry. Little 5-year-olds.
Thanks, mate.
Sniff out a good burger ring here in Dubbo, that's for sure. Oh, that was quite funny. Wish we had a camera on that. Never turn your back into a commentary box when the fridge is next to you. You never know who's putting their hand in. Here's the try now about to be converted. It is. So 6-0 to the East Coast Dolphins here after 11 minutes of the first half. You're on Bar TV Sports thanks to Country Rugby League. Terry Quinn, the CEO of the Country Rugby League,
Half time, we'll do it. Stay behind the kicky girls.
out here today. Country Rugby League, of course, moving headquarters from Moore Park out to Homebush over the next 12 months. Building a rugby league academy in the precinct of ANZ Stadium. Speaking of ANZ Stadium, what an arena that is going to be going forward. Just like they are here, the Dolphins, they're going forward. This is Finn, the fullback, drawing, offloading, and the Dolphins running away to score their second try in the space of 2 minutes. Simone Smith from Port City. Nobody was going to catch her.
Okay, I'll try. I'll keep an eye on it.
So 10-0, the margin extending, just like Smith. As you're about to see here on the replay, great work there by Brooke Murray from Taree. And then it was all Port City Smith. Look at her go over 30 metres. We've got the Rio Olympics coming up in a few weeks, of course, on Channel 7 with Bruce McAvaney. And wouldn't you love Bruce calling Smith over 100 metres in the final? Electrifying speed. And that's what we love about league tag. Expect the unexpected. So the crowd filtering through here on semi-final day, building with every match. A crowd in excess now of 1,000 to 2,000 in here at Dubbo, getting value for their money. And Smith got value for her kicker there. Went sailing straight between the black dot here at Caltex Park. There's the crowd now. Look at them, all rugged up. It's a... Well, I wouldn't say it's a warm day, but from Dubbo standards, it's not a cold day by all means. "10 degrees. We're just checking the Bureau of Meteorology. 10.2 it is.
No worries, good girls. Two there.
The action heating up with every run, thanks to the East Coast Dolphins. There's the try scorer again in Smith. From the interchange bench. Pumping the kick downfield. That's Kiama's Tyler Finn. She's gone straight through Finn. Tag 42 metres out as the little chipmunks try and get their hands on the burger rings again. That's Hatch.
Here we are. Three there.
Now to Emerson. Going back to the left-hand side of the park. She now finds Pruton.
Hold. Don't go early, girls.
12-0 on the Bar TV scoreboard. Mallon, she's gone straight through.
Fifth and last on the try line.
Last tackle now.
11, step back on the try line.
Hatch kicking. Comes straight back to the Dolphins. And they turn defence into attack here and come away with it.
2 there.
20 metres out from their own goal line.
14, 14, 14. 3 there. Too early.
So we're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're live across the world on the World Wide Web.
No.
So get in touch. Support the girls. Send us your message. And we'll pass it down the line.
Good.
Smith.
Fifth and last.
Back there now to Murray. Last tackle now. No dummy half. One of the fundamental errors in rugby league, not to have a dummy half, not to have a hooker in position.
Mark here. Dolphins got a tag missing. Tap. Don't get involved. Watch you get back to team.
So at field,
Play on.
deciding not to
1 there.
go for touch on that occasion.
No.
That's Island from Campbelltown. Putting Finn through a hole.
Yeah.
Rampages right over the top of her. Well, if you ever want to see a cement truck running into a wobbly old post, we've seen it right there. And we're about to have a replay
Wait till they're behind you.
of the cement truck coming into a post. Look at this. We'll just wind it back a little bit and slow it down. This is Oztag at its finest.
Meter after the line, girls. Meter after.
Bang!
Meter
Ponytail flies halfway back to Dolphins territory.
after. So, left side.
And that's no far meat.
Hold.
Back in Foster and Taree. Smashed her.
All the way, stars. Hold. Good.
Hedges jolted back. That's Foster's Tala
Hold.
Morris.
Please, thank you. 3 there. Accidental. Tag.
Acrobatics on display there.
Mate, don't go early.
Is this Oztag? Where are we? Are we at the gymnastics? Ball just pops out from the chest.
No advantage.
Filled on by Malum.
Play ball. Meter before the line.
This referee's getting a good workout himself out here today in Sean Byatt.
1 there.
The way they're running him around.
Good girls.
He'll drop 20 kilos by the end of this match. This is Finn.
All the way. Hold.
Lost. Island from Campbelltown just puts it down.
Knock on. Wait till I.
So welcome to the semi-finals of the 2016 AAMI Senior Country Championships.
No. Here we are. Hold. Get good.
We've seen some wonderful football
2.
played over the last 2 weeks.
Good girls.
And I guess the inclusion of the ladies' league tag to this year's championships,
19,
well, it's been a tremendous success. And everybody, I'm sure, congratulate the teams who have made it through to the semi-finals this year.
outside.
And also a big thank you goes out to the participated teams that have been
1 there.
giving us so much excitement throughout the tournament in 2016.
2 there. Here I am again.
You know what? It brings the best, I guess, players from around regional New South Wales, like we're seeing here. That's Glasson. She's one of the best from regional New South Wales.
Hold.
Just brings everybody together, brings communities together, brings league teams together.
4. Keep coming.
And everybody so far is enjoying
There you're on.
the display of league tag. And we've got 19 minutes to go.
Fifth and last. Charge down. 1 there. Play on. 2 there. Here we are, girls. Hold.
So they signals second tackle. That's the third. You'll hear him in the background here. So coming out of the northern end. That's their 8 on the 4th in Alcorn from Foster Tuncurry. Inside the 40. Kiama's Glasson there. Pigtails in full motion. And that's against the rules, actually. If you want to have a pull on the hair tails, you can't do that. Automatic penalty. A lot of the girls opt to put it up in a bun. So I guess not give away an easy penalty. We've got a few plats out there. We've got a few picky tails. Everything that you can think about. On display. Look at this run. Class. Precision. And excellence. That's Ward. Hilda. There's the kick. Where's the chasers? Ball goes dead. Milton's Pruton. Sees that go over the dead ball line. So back out to the 20-metre line we come here on semi-final day of the Country Rugby League. Saturday morning Rugby League. You don't get to say that every Saturday morning. But we get to say it once a year. Big numbers tuned to the telecast right now from right around the world. It's Jamboroo's Ryan. Giving away to Apps. Big name in the world of rugby league. Kezi Apps. Campbelltown's Island through. Fuller. Rolling it forward. This is Ryan kicking. Glasson's coming through. Fuller will have to kick it dead. And they'll get a goal line drop out here. Nice work there by the great Southern Stars. So the winner, of course, of this clash will go through to the grand final. And they'll be taking on the Central Coast. This is it on the replay. Kick dead by Fuller. Fuller, of course, comes from Taree. Only 180 k's north of Newcastle. Nice part of the world. On your way up to Port Macquarie and Wauchope. Anybody travelling north, no doubt, would stop off there on the way through. So they've had to come a fair distance from Taree to Dubbo to be here today. They've clocked up a few kilometres over the last few weeks. Because we had week 1 down at Morrie Breen Oval. Round 2 was up at Coffs Harbour. And now we're out in Dubbo. Who knows where we're going next week?
Here we are. Hold.
The whisper is possibly Wollongong. That will be determined at the end of this match. Will it be Cessnock? Well, what a great venue it is in Cessnock. Best regional facility, I'd say, in the world of rugby league at Cessnock. And everyone's done a great job getting that field in prestige order. Of course, the Japanese trained there and had all their pre-games in the Asian Cup a few years ago out of Cessnock. They've got bumper crowds up there. They love their football. Because they're the home of the Cessnock Goannas in the Newcastle Rugby League competition. Speaking of the Newcastle Rugby League competition, they'll go around the Rebels at 2:30 this afternoon when they take on Canberra. Canberra, a new look in 2016. Don't the years just go past so quickly? Last year, Canberra had massive amount of NRL experience, but this year they've gone for a new look and blooding names that not many of us know about. led, of course, their coach by Simon Wolford. That's Finn.
Yeah, made him pull the line, girls. Step back, please. Good, thank you. Hold. Good, girls.
So that's at 2:30 today.
2.
Right here on Bar TV
All
Sports.
right, Dolphins. Good. 3 there. Hold.
And then Illawarra, the defending premiers, go around against the Central Coast.
Went back, play on.
Lost it at the back here.
Half time, girls.
So that's half-time here at Dubbo. We'll go to the break with East Coast Dolphins leading the Greater Southern Stars by 12 points to 0. We'll take a break and come back with the second half on the other side of this. So underway for the second half here on Bar TV Sports. We're going to be joined by Chock Anderson again in the second half from the Country Rugby League. We always love getting Chock's thoughts of the second half. We love his analysis, as always, and we love his time. Doing a great job at the CRL, just like these girls are doing right now on Bar TV Sports. Mate, what's your thoughts of the first half, Chock? We've seen some entertaining league tag again, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, it's been entertaining first half. If I was the North Coast, I wouldn't be kicking to the fullback. I think the fullback can play a little bit from the Southern Stars, so I'd be making sure I kick to the corners and keep her corralled in there.
Mate, you've been out there amongst the crowd. Nice crowd building here in Dubbo.
Yeah, no, like I said, they come and go, and they come to see their teams play, and then we'll get another crowd come through. And so, yeah, it's been good. And I'll tell you something that's very, very cool, and a little bit of rain was falling there before.
There's some heavy clouds around Caltex Field at the moment. So we're into our second clash on semi-final day. The winner goes through to play in the grand final against the Central Coast. Who will it be? At this stage, each coast leading convincingly by 12 points to 0 here. Hatch, the captain, is with it. She's from Milton.
If they keep the ball going that way, they're a chance.
At field. Goes high.
Oh.
Well, she was trying to look for Kiama's Glasson out there, Chock, but the ball's just beat everybody in the touch.
Yeah, she takes that ball to try, so if they keep it going that way, I think they could. I think they could score a few tries if they get that wide.
One there! Hold! Good girls.
Of course, the Dolphins are coached by Tari Scott Jacklin, doing a great job.
They do a great job. All the coaches and the officials in the league tag.
Hold the line. 10, make sure you get to the line.
That's a concept with great merit. And everybody's getting behind it. And when you know everyone's getting behind it, you know you're onto a good thing.
Yes, that's for sure. It's very, very good, and also a cheerio call goes to the Origin side who are watching this up at Coffs Harbour.
Fantastic. The Origin side, the New South Wales Blues in camp up at Coffs Harbour before Wednesday's big clash at ANZ Stadium. I believe it's a near sellout on Wednesday night, which is great.
Well, I hope so. We'll get behind the Blues, so it should be great. Yeah.
Laurie Daly doing a spectacular job as the coach.
Just a metre before the line, girls.
Here's their chance, the Southern Stars. They keep going to the middle and then go back to the other side. I think they can score a try.
One there.
Alana Glasson.
11, 12, 12, 12.
Beautiful part of the world, Kiama. That's where she hails from.
2 there. All the way. All the way. Good.
Emerson
Here's the
again.
fullback now.
That's Finn.
3 there, line.
Tag just short of the goal line here. Another one coming from Kiama.
Back on the line, please.
Back to Atfield.
Too early.
They're lining up
Oh,
out
good
here.
pass.
Hatch. Clark. Clark still going.
Hold
Tagged.
the line.
Rogers. There's the... Oh!
A Falcon.
That is a Falcon. That's right in the noggin.
Ball. She kicked in.
That's the perfect definition of a Falcon. Move over, Chock. Mario Fennick.
Yes.
We've got a new one.
You can go back 10.
We've got the ladies' Falcon.
Got a penalty out of
When
that,
you're
so
ready. When you're ready, go.
Her head nearly exploded. We'll try and get that on the replay shortly. That is the
One line. Hold the line. Don't go out.
unbelievable hit of the day. Pruton. Apps. Ball's on the ground. Knocked on by the Stars. No, says the referee. It is. Here's a
Looks like
chance.
Try time, yes, try.
Glasson's in. I know there's a try, but I'm still getting over the Falcon.
Yes, yeah.
You're excited too,
Oh, of
Chock.
course I
How
am.
good was that, mate?
Oh, yeah,
Have you seen anything like that in country rugby league?
No, not in ladies tag.
Take a look at this.
Oh.
We're about to see it shortly. Look for the kick. Bang!
Oh. What was the penalty for?
Oh,
it's
who
two
need,
kicks, yeah.
have a look at this. Her ponytail just went flying back.
Oh.
Cop that. I could just look at this all
Yeah,
day.
yes.
Have a look at this. Whooshka.
Look,
Well,
she might have got
her
an answer
reflexes
for that, yeah.
worked, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So what was
Holly Wheeler from Alba,
This will be a sensational kick if she can put this between.
Holly gone golly. Yes, it will be a great kick out here. Can she get it? The wind's behind her too, Chock.
Yes.
Has she got the distance? She's trying to
No,
bring it
just
back
short.
around.
Yeah, just short.
Hits the AAMI goal pad.
She struck it very well, so that makes it 12 points to 4 to the East Coast. So they still have to score again with 19 minutes to go. We've got plenty of time.
Referees having a great game in Sean Byatt. How are we going for referees across regional New South Wales? Have we got good depth?
Oh, we are struggling a little bit in different areas, but on overall, it's not too bad. It'd be very difficult to referee this game. These ladies tag too.
You'd need to be fit,
Oh,
wouldn't
you
you?
have to be fit.
You'd be training 7 days a week.
Yeah.
As they try and come off their own 20-metre line here. Tag taken. Making easy metres up the middle of the field here, aren't they? I don't know if she played that ball
dropped the
correctly,
ball.
did she?
She dropped it. Yeah. Kylie Hilda's got the ball there, so yelling out instructions. Been playing a fair while, Kylie. I think she did play for Australia too.
So a lot of experience out here. Oh, there's a lost ball.
Oh. Play on.
And that's Apps. A name that's instrumental in women's rugby league is Apps. And with the Jillaroos. That's Island from Campbelltown. One of 3 ladies from the Campbelltown region.
She can score a try, the fullback.
They're about to go over the 40-metre line.
Oh.
Fell awkwardly in that tackle.
Bring it up to the line, please. That's where she was tagged.
Referee.
There.
Well, he's very strict, which is good to see.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, implementing the rule book. Here's the kick. It will bounce.
No.
And the Dolphins pluck it out of the air and come away with it right on their own 20-metre line.
Oh, knock on.
Yeah, they'll call that up.
That's bad.
That is bad.
Yes, it gives them the opportunity now.
Yeah. Go now. 0.
Oh,
One there, line. Get to the line. 12, get your foot on the line. Yeah. Sorry, mate.
there's the foot. Oh.
2. No. Tag 3.
Tagged. That was Pruton from Milton. So 8-point margin.
4. Both moving.
Clawing their way down to the goal line. Mallon, great ball. There's the kick. Clark's chasing. But the Dolphins are awake to that tactic and come away with it just short of their own goal line.
They have to get in the other end.
It's Tyrese Fuller.
2 there, no.
The good thing I like about
3 there.
league tag is that you can actually see the tags from 20 metres away. You know, in other competitions, they're so small you need a pair of binoculars.
Yeah, I always I wonder whether you can just put the little ones on there sometimes.
Hold.
We've got Holly from the Central Coast as well,
1 there.
coming into the box, which is great to see. Holly's going to share the microphone with Chock. We're all in here having a great day in the commentary box, watching the ladies do their best. Holly, thanks for your time today.
No, thank you for having me.
Excited to be here in Dubbo?
I am. It was a long trip here, but road trips are fun.
They are fun. A lot of people are watching. Family and friends that you know may be watching today? and hearing you right now.
Well, look out, because they'll be loving this. Hopefully somebody's watching me, make me look good or something. Sound good.
Definitely look and sound good. That's the thing. Definitely beat Chock and Gubbermouth over here. Mate, talk to us about your involvement in this competition and how long you've been playing for.
Well, it was actually our first season Central Coast for the Ladies League Tag. So we made it to the grand final, which is pretty good for us. A lot of the girls know each other through OzTag and things like that. So we gelled together pretty well. And yeah, we're just stoked to be there.
Grand final day, only 7 days away. I guess that's what everyone plays for, and now you're only 50 minutes away from taking the trophy home.
I know.
So talk to us about the week that will be. Training, you'll go home, you'll go back to wherever the venue will be announced?
Yep. Well, look, our training for the lead up for this week wasn't great. We made a lot of mistakes out there, so we'll probably be training 2 or 3 times in the week coming, and hopefully we can work on some stuff and figure out the things that we need to work on, and yeah, see how we go with that.
We've got a shoulder injury coming up here. I just landed awkwardly there on the left-hand shoulder.
Yeah, that's not what
you never want to see that, do you? Doesn't matter what level of rugby league.
No.
Especially here on semi-final day. Agony and pain, right on the halfway line. Let's hope that it's not a dislocation. Certainly wouldn't be a great sign for the Stars. You had the chance to play on this tremendous field. How is it out there?
It's actually amazing. When we first got here, the girls were like, this is a really, really good field. And it's massive, so a lot of room to run.
Chock, going back 20, 30 years ago, we didn't have playing fields like this, did we, mate?
No, we had cricket pitches in the middle. And used to take 7 days to fix all your grass burns and then go and get them again the week after.
We haven't got a cricket pitch out here these days. And I guess, rugby league fields, we spend a lot of time covering the Newcastle Rugby League, and there's a few famous cricket pitches, Chock, in the Newcastle Rugby League, no more than Harker Oval at Western Suburbs, mate.
There used to be my home ground, Mitchell Park, it was called, in it, Townsend Oval now, and even number 1 sports ground had the cricket pitch, and Harker and Passmore and Waratah, and so they were all cricket in the summer and rugby league in the winter. So really, it was these are like carpet these days. So it's good. Not many injuries, I hope, but this little girl looks as though she's going to be. She'll be taken from the field, and we've got people here, so so she. Yeah.
Tyler Finn from Kiama in their fullback, actually.
Oh, she's
not in great shape, is she? Oh. It's a very cold day here in Dubbo, and here's the incident of the replay coming up now. She's just got that beautiful pass from Apps. Ooh. And just falling awkwardly, and
she's one of the best players too.
She is, so she'll be a big loss. Here she comes now, rugged up to the hilt, keeping the injury warm, and no doubt she'll be heading back to the dressing sheds and getting medical attention, and maybe visiting the X-ray department in the local area to determine if she'll go around, if she's lucky enough to get through to the grand final. But not the best case scenario for the Stars fullback there.
Here we are, Dolphins. Good.
Do you know a few of these ladies personally? Who would you like to see play in the grand final if you had to toss the coin?
I actually know a couple of them through OzTag from the Northern Stars. I reckon it would be great to play the Northern Stars. They seem like an awesome team, always backing each other up. So it'll be a tough one if we come up against them. But realistically, I'm happy with whoever. I mean, first time playing for the Ladies League Tag team and first grand final. So, yeah, whatever happens, I guess.
A penalty here to the Stars with 13 minutes remaining in the match.
On the line, 12. Dolphins line. Oh, good.
So hashtag Bar TV Sports, if you've got a conversation for the commentary team, if you like to get involved, hashtag Bar TV Sports or at Bar TV Sports, and you've got all the game links to get involved in. And big thanks to AAMI Insurance. No doubt a few of your friends are clicking on and hashtagging Bar TV and Country Rugby League as we speak.
I hope so. I need to hit them up, send them a message, get them to get on there.
Take it back a step, please. Step back, please. No, step back, please.
Chock's a big sensation on Twitter. Every time we get Chock in the box, we double our numbers.
Oh, good luck.
That's why you're here, Chock. Chock loves it. So a big day of rugby league right here on Bar TV Sports.
I don't even know how to do text messages.
Here's the kick outside the 40. Turning Glasson inside out. A lot of Chock's mates are around the broadcast box.
Yeah, Ricky Wolf has just turned up, so...
the Great Dragon?
Yes, he's here. Yep, he
Thanks.
works for us still. He's our Indigenous manager and does a great job.
Might be able to have a chat with Ricky as the day progresses. Have a reminisce about the Dragons era. Big part. Played in a number of grand finals too, didn't he, Ricky? For the Dragons in the early 90s. Was he around in the 93 grand final when they played Brisbane? I'm trying to just go through his stats here. He might have retired just previously to that. But it's great to have everybody out here today in Dubbo, supporting the Country Rugby League and supporting League Tag. It's the game of the future. Speaking of future players, can they go all the way? Tag 2 metres out. On their line, the Stars. They're going to switch it. That's Smith. Going across field. Going herself. Got it out the back to the centre 3/4 and Hurrell. Warhope. She comes from. Beautiful part of the world. That's Hilda. She's got the football. She gets it away to Leicester. Back it down to Hilda. She's throwing it around. And she's tagged. 5 metres away from the goal line. Stepping left, right and centre is Alcorn. She's under the post. What a try by the Dolphins. Beautiful stuff. Doesn't get much easier than that.
No, very good try.
Foster's Ashley Alcorn right underneath the black dot.
I would nearly say that would cement their victory here today, and I'm pretty sure that I don't think Southern Stars can come back, especially with the fullback off.
Ollie, from a player's point of view, it must be a mental blow now that the margin's kicked out with only 9 minutes to go. Can they come back from here, and if so, how do they do it?
Well, look, I mean, we did in the last 20 seconds, so they've still got 9 minutes, 10 minutes to get back there, and I reckon they can do it. They just got to stay confident and positive.
Yeah, you guys had a tremendous victory in the last minute. Not even that. What was it, 40 seconds to go?
About 30 seconds, and I think everyone was just being a bit frantic, and we were just trying to hands it out wide, and luckily the gap opened up, so...
You girls certainly celebrated, and the opposition certainly crumbled, didn't they? What a unfortunate way to lose, but an even better way to win.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the feel amongst the girls in the sheds after that match?
Oh, look, they were all celebrating. They were just keen that we got there. I mean, we didn't play our best footy, but, I mean, we all worked together as a team and got the win in the end.
We have the Bar TV analyzer in this box, and in the first half, you guys... I think the pendulum as far as being in the opposition's 20, it was only like 20%. And to come out on top at half-time, phenomenal effort.
I know. I think we only really had probably 4 or 5 attacking sets in the whole game against them within their 20. So I think there was a point in the first half where we defended 9 sets on our line. So for us to do that, it was a big confidence booster.
So not long to go, only 8 minutes to go. 14-point ball game here on the Country Rugby League. There's the kick downfield. It's gone away from Glasson. Awkward bounce, but set up nicely in the end for the winger. She was able to make it out to the 30-metre line before she was tagged. Now this is Milton's Georgia Thomas with the football, giving it away now to Malum. Short of the halfway line. They're lining up at will. Back to Ireland. Hard and strong. They breed them hard and tough in Campbelltown, don't they? That's where she's from. Slicing through is Atfield. She's coming down to the 20. Ledbrook. It's on the ankle. Play on. Apps. Fifth and last tackle now. Emerson getting it away. Look for the kick. Wonky old kick, but might be effective. Effective enough, though, for the Dolphins as Rudes from Warhope to come away with it. 20 metres out from their own line, Holly. Are you guys sticking around for the rest of the day?
Oh, there's a few of them. They're sticking around for the bus. I think a few are going to drive their cars home, but I'm sure a lot of them will stick out and cheer on the boys.
I know Chock's sticking around for the pie and chips later today.
I've already had some of them.
How are they? Go down all right?
No, might be a schooner at the end of the day.
We'll get back to one of the local hot watering holes, that's for sure.
I think that'd be right. There'd be more to it, yeah.
We might stay the week, Chock.
Oh, I can't stay the week. My wife has to see me.
Oh. Here's the kick. The right-hand side of the boot.
Knock on both ways.
Knock on both ways.
Play it back there. No, to the left, to the right. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Play the ball now.
Holly, where do you train at?
We just train on the Central Coast, so in Wyong, sometimes at the entrance, just depending on where we can get a field at the moment. But, yeah.
Two there. Stay close to go, girls. Hold it out. Hold.
So the training schedule, a few nights a week you guys go around?
Yeah, we've been training 2 times a week so far. Might get an extra one in now that it's the big grand final coming up. I think we've got a game that we're going to try and plan for one of the nights against one of the club teams down near us, so it can give us a bit of a run.
But I guess you don't want to change it too much because, you know,
After you play the ball.
it's worked so far to get through to the grand final, so you don't want to
Yeah,
mess up your preparation.
exactly. And we've got a few girls. There was about 5 or 6 girls that were out, and we had to bring a few other girls in, just purely for other commitments. But a lot of them will be coming back into the team, and I guess we've got to train hard at training and try and prove our positions now.
Which areas of the game do you think you really have to improve for next weekend's grand final?
I think probably just territory. I think our kicking game let us down a lot in the semi-final today. We didn't really make many metres, so I think just getting those early kicks away and keeping them down in their half.
On the line.
It's grand final day. We'll be live on Bar TV Sports next Saturday, so good luck in that clash.
Yes.
Inside the last 4 minutes, though. Can the Dolphins sniff out another try? That's Hilda. Spinning around, complete 360 on display here in Dubbo. Rudes wants it, denied. Tagged only 10 metres away, not even that, 4 metres out. Got a bit of an skewed angle here in the box. The tag falls off. 5 away. 4 minutes left on the clock. She's been everywhere, Hilda, hasn't she? Look at her go. You could see her from Mars, spinning and waving there. That's for sure. Comes back there now, through the middle again. They're tagged. Only 10 metres away. That's Roselle. Lining up, Fuller kicking. Trouble. And they're back into the field of play through a tremendous effort by Milton's Thomas there, Chock.
Yeah, it was a very good pick-up. Holly, hopefully next year we'll be able to, through the CRL, pick a side, a representative side, so that we can go away. And like I said last night, Hawaii would be a nice place to go, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't mind Hawaii. I've been there once before. It's a great place.
Aloha.
No, that'd be awesome to try and... You just got to develop the game a bit, I think. I mean, it's already getting up there, and the girls really, really enjoy it. So hopefully we can keep pumping it out there.
Yeah, it was a bit. It came up fairly quick, so hopefully next year. But if you're in the side, can I be the manager?
I'd love for you to be the manager, Jock. Of course. Number 1 manager.
And Shock, can I be your secretary?
Oh, yes, mate. They say it's only right when you're not in it.
Here's the kick going downfield. Atfield's chasing. Atfield slipping, weaving. Big clash. Fuller saves the day. Doesn't matter what month, though, Chock, in Hawaii. Any time's a great time.
It's good. Yeah, it's good over there. Yeah, good way.
I'll take any month.
Yeah, I'll go. Yep.
You got your Malibu ready?
Oh, yes.
Chock was a big surfer in his day.
Yeah.
Loves riding the waves.
In his day. Yeah.
You still are. Oh,
no. First beach inspector ever at Dixon Park, mate.
There you go. In Newcastle, if you're ever in Newcastle, you'll see Chock on the beach still. Loves his beach, loves his walks, morning walks, loves his coffee at the Merriweather Surf House.
Not a coffee drink. You might see me later on in the day at one of the other watering holes. Not that brown.
Having a little bit of a jig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The girls away, yeah.
They are, Chock. The ball's on the ground. So down inside the last.
Well, Holly looks
1
like
minute.
A Central Coast versus North Coast.
I know. We did predict it. Well, I tried to predict it. It'll be a tough match. They've got a lot of skill. So I'm looking forward to the challenge, and I'm sure the girls are as well. I guess this is probably why we need to be sitting here watching it, trying to get the tips.
And I've got a stat from the Bar TV stats box. Ryan from the Southern Stars is actually Bo Ryan's sister. There you go. So, footy show royalty on display here.
Yes.
Not so much royalty with that pass, but we're inside the last 50 seconds here. So the grand final, all but set. All we need now to find out is the venue, and that will be released later today as we gear up to our last clash between Illawarra and the Central Coast. Will it be going to Wollongong? Will it stay in and around Newcastle? Here's a try.
Good try, too.
Nice way to end it. Coming around with 20 seconds left on the clock. Nice kick, wasn't it? Beautifully weighted kick, and it just sat up tremendously. As we about to go to the replay, because it was such a fantastic try, Chock, I think we need to have another look at that.
Yes.
Here's the opportunity now. Talk us through this, Holly.
Well, it was a good little kick. The bounce has come up good. She's quick, that girl. What number is she? Who is that? Rogers. Yeah, she did a great pick-up. Ball bounced up nicely. Ran to the middle. Very easy a conversion.
Holly doing a tremendous job in the commentary box. Oh, talk about pressure. Is the pressure on the field or is the pressure in the box, Holly?
Definitely in the box. I'm not much of a talker, but I'm trying. I'm trying here.
Doing your best, and we love it.
That's the final score.
That is the final score. 18 points to 8 on the Bar TV scoreboard. So that's our second match complete. So the grand final now will be the Dolphins taking on the Central Coast next week on grand final day. So we know where we're going. So that'll be a fantastic grand final in the Women's League. Well, Holly, thanks very much for coming into the commentary box. We really appreciate it, and good luck next Saturday.
Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Spread the word.
Thank you. See ya.
See you later. That's Holly there. Fantastic,
Thanks,
Holly. Chock, well, what we might do, we might take a break, come back, and then we get into our Tier 2 first match of the afternoon between the Tigers and the Stars.
Looking forward to it.
All right, we'll take a break and come back with that match shortly, right here on Bar TV Sport.